Hey everyone, this is Chris. Welcome to my channel, and in today's video we're talking about how to invest $2,000 in the stock market because a lot of people are going to end up getting $2,000 in stimulus check money. And what better way to, grow your money and your wealth and put that money to good use if you don't need it to pay your bills or anything like that, then invest in the stock market. I'm going to give you 3 examples of portfolios that have a good balance for you, and so you can specifically know exactly what stocks to buy and how many of those shares should you be buying. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss a single video. We have great stock analysis and advice for you on this channel. And without further ado, let's get started. So my investing philosophy is putting money into a mix of growth stocks and value stocks. So with growth stocks, you want to invest in companies that are growing huge and they have good long-term trends for them. So they might be like e-commerce stocks or even EV stocks. And value stocks are going to be on the other end of the spectrum where they're more of a stable, slower growth, but you can expect pretty consistent results and people will generally need those companies for the long run and they might be at a cheap price right now. The ratio is going to vary for different people, but for the sake of simplicity and the way I personally run my 6-figure portfolio is going to be around the mix of 70 to 30 for growth and value. And what that does is that it's going to give you a good mix of gains, but also manage your risk. With my portfolio and everything that I mentioned on this channel, it's not going to be penny stocks. It's not going to be super high risk, terrible companies for a loss, and you don't know when, if ever, that's going to go back up. That's not what I personally do and not what I suggest people follow. And all the stocks in these portfolios that I'm about to show you are going to be more of the medium to long-term investment. So in the short term, they could always go up, but my perspective is to give it at least around 6 to 12 months to really grow and achieve good results. But if in the short term they go up 50, 100%, 200%, then definitely you might want to consider taking profits, of course. So with that $2,000 stimulus check, we're gonna save about 20% of that and put it aside within our portfolio, keep it as buying power in case there are rainy days or bloody red days when stocks go down in the stock market. And absolutely there are going to be times when they will go down, of course. We want to take advantage of those nice discounts. We are investing in quality companies, so that's going to be about $400 that we're not going to invest with right away, and we're going to do about $1,100 in growth stocks and about $500 in value stocks. And you're going to see some examples right here. So if you're excited for this, please make sure to like this video if you haven't already. It helps the channel out a lot, and let's get into it. So the first portfolio here is very simple. It is based off of ETFs, and if you don't know what ETFs are, they are exchange traded funds, and they're essentially like buying a pre-built portfolio, like a basket of stocks, all in one. So you could buy 10, 20, 50 stocks if you wanted to separately, or you can buy this one symbol or one stock. That could be like $200 that you put into it, but you're actually investing in dozens of companies. So I did a whole video explaining ETFs and the different ones that I personally recommend, and I will link that up here so you can check that out or in the description below. But as an example here, you could invest in about 8 shares of a growth fund like ARKK or VUG, and the rest of that money that we set aside, about $500, is going to go into something like SPY, which is one that is more broader and tracks the S&P 500. So 500 of some of the best companies. Portfolio number 2 is going to be our individual stocks. So if you want to pick your own stocks, pick some good ones that you are really interested in. It might be based off of the type of industry they're in, but all the ones that you're going to see down here are about 4 to 5 growth stocks and about 2 value stocks, and that is going to comprise the money you're going to invest. And the money we are investing is going to be split up pretty evenly between all the different stocks, and that's going to again make sure that you're mitigating your risk. Now I do want to know, guys, with these portfolios they do have some fractional shares, so like you could buy half a share of a stock or 1.5 shares of a stock or 1/3 share of a stock. You could do this with a lot of platforms these days with Robinhood or Fidelity. So this portfolio of individual stocks, the first one is going to be one of my favorites personally, and that is SE, otherwise known as C Limited, and that is a stock that I've personally realized tens of thousands of dollars in profits in 2020. And I really expect this company to continue to grow. And it's one of the biggest e-commerce plays in the entire stock market, and especially in Asia. And I can see this becoming $1,000 per share someday. So you're gonna grab about 1.5 shares of SE, 13 shares of IPOE, which is gonna be merging with SoFi, which is a very popular fintech company with a lot of growth ahead of it. You have GIK, which is a play in the EV space, and that is a $16 stock here today. And you're gonna buy 3 shares of AMD, which is a really powerful chip maker in a lot of different PCs and electronics. As far as the value stocks, we're gonna go with some big names here. We're gonna buy 2 shares of JP Morgan Chase, which again, I personally own, and the biggest bank in America. And you have Boeing Corporation, and that's gonna really thrive again once travel comes back internationally. And the last portfolio we're gonna talk about here starts with Alibaba. You're gonna buy 1 share of Baba, and I think that's gonna be almost a mix of growth and value, because based on the way it's valued right now with metrics like the PE ratio, it is a lot cheaper than its peers here today. So definitely recommend grabbing a share of Baba. And I, again, did a video on that not too long ago with the fundamentals and really in-depth analysis for you to understand the company and where it's headed as far as its growth, but definitely a really big stock. You're gonna buy 2 shares of Apple, and everyone knows Apple. 1 share of Salesforce, ticker symbol CRM, and that is a cloud and software enterprise business. We're gonna have some EV company again, and it's gonna be the big dog. It's gonna be Tesla at 1/4 of a share. And lastly, you're going to have 1/2 a share of Nvidia. And similar to AMD, this stock is going to be involved in gaming, in data centers, in artificial intelligence. And by the way, Nvidia recently did a deal with NIO to put their autonomous driving system in those cars. And that's going to be a really big opportunity for Nvidia. Now, if you really want to have more portfolio examples for you, I will have a bonus one in the description and in the comments down below, so make sure you check those out. It's going to be another interesting one for you guys, and a good place for you to start your portfolios and start your research on this investing journey if you haven't started yet. And of course, over time, the values of these stocks are going to fluctuate, the ratios and how much you have in each stock is going to fluctuate, and you're going to build up those portfolios by adding more money to it over time. And you could always follow my portfolio as well to see how it's doing, what are some new stocks and interesting opportunities that you can invest in. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, make sure to subscribe and comment down below. What stocks are you interested in, and are there stocks that you are investing in with your stimulus money if you are receiving it? I'd love to hear it. And until next time, my friends, stay well and invest responsibly.